afternoon. Good afternoon, students. So I'm here again to teach you a lesson in English 10 in English and partly in Filipino and Bicol language so that I could help you understand more. So this will be the continuation of our topic, which is about research terms. So research is to see what everybody else has seen and to think what nobody else has thought. So it's very important for you to be, I think it's very important for you to be introduced to research since during your senior high school you will be, you're gonna do your own research already. Okay. The today we're going to be today we're going to be distinguishing technical terms used in research. Okay. So identify the different terms used in research, and we're going to analyze examples of the parts of research. Okay. Now, let's move on since it's gonna be quite long. Let's move on with the technical terms in the search. When we say title cover page, it contains the paper's title and the author's name, address, phone, and number in email. So, ang title and cover page po, dyan mo maaaraman si title kang page, si say nagsurat, address nila, etc. Kung ano man bala kadto, ano man ang addition nila, kung ano lagi sa title page. Okay, so basically this is one. For example, report on the first expedition to South America. So yan. So this is the title. Then we have this one, the authors, and we have the university. So this is example of a title page. Next, abstract. So abstract, it describes the essence of the main theme of the paper. It includes the research question, post significance method of the main results, or the finding. Footnotes or cited works are never listed in the abstract. So basically, ang abstract man lang kung ano si ano. Kung tungkol sa in ba, di siya summary, kung tungkol sa in ba ang paper. For example, a good abstract, the aim of this thesis is to deploy and develop ecological modernization theory to dominant approach, experiment, etc. So basically, ang taga-mention man lang pag abstract, kung ano si aim nindo. Ano si mo, kumbaga, quick glimpse kung ano ang nasa loob kang research ng mga abstract nga ni. Okay. For example, we also show that they make innovative contribution, they influence the direction of national policy. The significance of this study is that it informs our theoretical understanding of climate governance by introducing a focus on local government hitherto lacking and informs empirical understanding of housing and recycling policy. So basically, tungkol sa N, 'di ba? And si research question niya and what it aims. So next we have this part na nikang introduction. Introduction of statement of the problem. A good introduction states the main research problem and the thesis argument. So tungkol sa in. Ano ba? Tungkol sa in ba? Ano ba si problemang tungkol ba sa absenteeism? Tungkol ba sa too much use of social media? Tungkol ba sa again a good introduction states main research problem, kung ano yung problema, and yung thesis argument, kung ano dapat yung feeling nyo dapat gawin, and yung yun. Okay. Limitation of study indicates what the researcher intends to do and not to do. So here it is mentioned what are the things that are going to be included and not included. For example, the topic will be covering about social media. And social media is be a quite big term. So it's going to be narrowed down. So kung tungkol sa social media, anong aspect ng social media? Yung epekto ba? Yung usage ba? Etc. Kung sa students naman, ano na ba? So grade 7 ba? Grade 8 or grade 9? Ano ba ang scope nyo? Okay, next we have methodology. The approach, tools, and techniques that researcher use to study a problem. These methods include laboratory experiments, field experiments, surveys, case studies, focus groups, ethnographic research, action research, and so forth. So methodology, paano nyo makukuha yung information na kailangan nyo? Mag-interview ba kayo? Mag-gagamit ba kayo ng laboratory? Mag-case study ba kayo? And etc. Literature review. The research process uncovers what other writers have written about your topic. It includes discussion or review of what is known about the subject and how that knowledge was acquired. So basically everyone, ang literature review sa pinaka-importante. Hindi ka makanood kung ano si mga dating research naman. For example, naps, for example, pagla-lunch or saan nakakamaray ba siya sa health, nakaka-route ba siya, and paano to nakuha? Kung related naman sa topic na ito, syempre include mo siya. Ano si mga dating research na ginibo tungkol doon sa topic nindo? Okay, so not only this will give you a lot of information, it will also provide you what are the gaps or ano yung mga bagay na dapat nyo pang malaman. Okay, next is the main body of paper argument. This is generally the longest part of the paper. It is where the author supports the thesis, builds argument. It contains most of the citation and analysis and focuses on the rational development of thesis with a clear reasoning and solid argument at all points. So basically everyone, ang nag-assign lang ka ano, nag-assign ka na, yan pinaka main part. Digdi natin di-discuss kung anong sinako ang information. For example, pirang students ba ang nagamit social media? Pirang oras ba? Like 4 to 5 hours ba ang ginagamit nila dyan? 6 to 7 hours? And etc. Tapos, tiga-ano niya na si citation, tig-relate niya sa literature kung tama ba yun or ano si mga na-discover niyang bago. Okay. Next is the conclusion, which is quite important. After spending great deal time of energy introducing and arguing the points in the main body of the paper, the conclusion brings everything together, underscore what it means, what it means. A stimulating and informative conclusion leaves the reader informed and well satisfied. A conclusion that makes sense when read independent from the rest of paper will win praise. So basically, ang conclusion, ano sinakuha mong information? Ano si makukonclude mo? Ano sinaaraman mo talaga tungkol duman sa mga data na gather mo? Okay po. Bibliography, list of cited sources, reference. This is very important because without citing the source, pwede kang makasuhan. Yan, pwede kang masabi na pwede kang maanuhan ng plagiarism. For example, here. So, yan, ganyan. May format. Usually, pag sa languages, you should use APA, I think APA, IPA, and many more formats depending what kind of research you are using. Okay, appendix, it contains material that is appropriate in enlarging readers' understanding but does not fit very well into the main body of paper. Such materials might include table, chart, summary, includes maps, pictures, photographs, list of terms, glossary, surveys, instrument letters, copies of the historical documents, and many other types of supplementary materials. So appendix here, we're going to use the list of the materials that you used. Data, which is very important, the data information collected through surveys, interviews, observations, statistics, and procured from data. And data must be processed to be practical use. So basically, ang data man lang everywhere. Ito yung nakuha nito sa pag-data gathering nito. Depende sa methodology. Yung mga information na kuha nito. For example, if your topic is about, let's say, lateness, pirang students ba ang late? Pirang students ba ang day na late? Ito ang mga data. Okay, next we have, for example here, the data, example of COVID cases in the Philippines. Yan, example yan ng data. Kung pirang kaso kang COVID sa pirang may COVID case sa Pilipinas, active, and you, of course, those who are already healed. Data analysis, the process by which data are organized to better understand the patterns of behavior within the target population. Data analysis is an umbrella term to refers many particular forms of analysis such as content analysis, cost-benefit analysis, network analysis, path analysis, regression analysis, etc. So, data analysis, paano mo gagamitin si data para magpahiling ng information? Yun man lang yan. So, data analysis, so, pinapailan naman, mas dakol ba si late kaysa dae? Mas dakol ba nagagamit social media sa dae? And etc. Hypothesis, a statement predicts relationship between independent, casual, and the dependent outcome. Ano yung educated guess mo? Sa kung saling mo nakaka-apekto. For example, social media, nakaka-apekto ba talaga ang paggamit ng social media sa pag-aaral? Oo or hindi? Positive hypothesis, oo. Negative, of course, hindi. Qualitative research, a field of social research that is carried in the naturalistic setting and generates data largely through observation and interviews, compared to quantitative research, which is principally concerned with making inferences randomly selected to a larger population. Qualitative research is primarily focused on describing small samples in non-statistical ways. So basta tatandaan nyo guys, everyone, is that pag sabi ng qualitative, it's more of description. Describing small samples in non-statistical way. Non-statistic. So, description siya, more on quality nga siya. Kasi nga qualitative. Mostly, ginagamit siya social research and language research. Pag sinabi naman natin quantitative research, so, quantitative research, it is the process of collecting and analyzing numerical data. So, quantitative means number. It can be used, find patterns and average, make prediction, test casual relationship and generalized results to wider population. It is the opposite of qualitative research, which involves collecting and analyzing non-numerical data. Example, text, video, and audio. It is widely used in the natural and social sciences, biology, chemistry, psychology, economics, and sociology, and marketing, etc. So basically, qualitative description, quantitative more on numbers. Okay, questionnaire, the survey documents with the questions that are used to gather information from which individuals to be used in research. Questionnaire, set of questions na related doon sa mga gustong malaman ng mga researcher. For example, here, do you think social media marketing can help you success in company? Which social media site do you find most effective? And so yan, ganyan. Diba? Paalaman kung ano daw ang aim nito is anong social media platform ang pinakamakahap sa business ng isang tao. Respondent, the person who respond to a survey question and provide information for analysis. For example, we have here interview. So one example of respondent. Research question, again, a clear statement of information, specific issue that research wishes to answer using data from one or sources. So mga research question, yun mga binabalak na ng answeran. For example, how does social media affect mental health of students? Ang mental health, very big term pa yan. So kaya po pa yan specify. Sample, the sample is selected from a larger group population. By studying the sample of research, tries to draw valid conclusion about population. Sample size, the number of subjects in a study, larger samples preferred to smaller samples, all else being equal. Subjects, those who are participate in the research and from whom the data are collected. For example, if you have here students. So sa students, ilan ang sample size? For example, 100 students ba? So dapat pareho yan. 100 grade 10 students ba? 100 grade 9 students ba? Para may similarity sila. Okay po. This statement, after a brief introduction of your topic, you should state your point of view on the topic directly or in one sentence. For example, the government should make a law that will make vaccination a must for all Filipinos in order for the Philippine citizens to have herd immunity. So that is example of this statement. Okay? It's quite heavy, but I hope that you learned something. Anyway, if you have any questions, you can always chat me on my Facebook account. That will be that. Thank you.